Hey, this is Nasty Neal.
That would make me terrible, Troy.
This is without your head. So we're here to review The Long Walk, new Stephen King adaptation, or maybe Bachman adaptation.
True. Yeah, Richard Bachman, Stephen King, take your pick. Yeah, so when I first heard that they were turning it into a movie, I was totally geeked. And I was like, I don't know, my expectations are pretty high. I don't know if this is going to live up to what I was hoping for.
Yeah, I always thought it was a really hard story to make a movie adaptation about because a few things like just to film it, it's literally people walking, like the whole story.
So true.
And it's very much dialogue driven.
Yeah.
So I always thought like if they were going to make a movie, they would really like stylize it to work around that. But instead, I think they just leaned into that and they just filmed the story itself, how it's written.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. They didn't like try to sugarcoat it or do anything, like.
Yeah, I thought maybe there'd be a lot more stuff like people in people's heads, more of the backstories. There's a little bit of that, but very little.
Yeah, like maybe narration, but no, like they just kind of went straight at it. Like you get pulled in right away, and you're with these 50 kids walking, and like so it starts out like pretty good.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I bet there's a hard movie to film though for the actors because they literally have to walk like at a good pace, like entire filming. And when you film a movie, it's not like you film the one scene and you're done. You multiple takes and stuff. So and that was honestly a pretty grueling movie to film.
I bet.
I know people thought like, oh, big deal walking, but I mean, you're gonna walk nonstop. It's gonna
keeping up that 3 mile an hour pace.
Mint diggity here, mint diggity. I like Mint Diggity. I haven't seen him for a while, so it's good to see. I believe it's he.
I think so, but it's hard to say.
Yeah. So yeah, I just read the book. I don't know, maybe a couple years ago. It wasn't that long ago for the first time. I listened to the audiobook.
Yeah, you did the whole Bachman thing, right?
Yeah. So
Bachman story.
So the original 4 Bachman books are The Rage, The Running Man, The Long Walk, and Road Work.
Yep.
And then after that, it was
what's the one?
Thinner.
Oh, yeah.
And the last one I think was the
Regulators.
The Regulators. Yeah. I don't know if there's any other ones. I think
that's it. Yeah, because he was going to do the dark half as a Bachman book.
Okay, but really it's about Bachman.
Come out.
Yeah, it's really about Bachman, about him and Bachman. So if you don't know, that was Stephen King's pen name. His pseudonym, I guess.
Yeah.
So he would write books as Bachman. And in his thing, whenever I've heard him talk about it, he says that the Bachman stories are a lot darker. Like the Stephen King ones like have happy endings and the Bachman's don't. And I think all the Bachman books are dark, but I would not agree that all King books have happy endings.
No, that's true. That's very true.
Like Cujo is not a happy
no.
The book is very dark.
Yeah, most of the King ones.
Yeah,
that's not a lot of super happy endings.
Mm. I guess The Shining has a happier ending than the movie.
But nothing's like, even when some people survive, it's still like usually not without, a lot of problems.
Yeah. Right. So anyway, they cast it perfectly, I think.
Oh yeah, all the actors are great in this. They're all young people that I didn't really know going into it.
And I think Mark Hamill's really like not miscast, but he's not cast the type.
Yep.
And he really nails it though, because he would not be the first person I would think to play like the authoritative, the authority, military guy.
Like
kind of almost a dictator kind of guy.
Yeah, you picture like an Arlie Ermy or somebody like.
Yeah. But I don't. Because I don't think our mom knew who he was. She knows who Mark Hamill was, but I don't think she knew he was playing that role, and I don't think she realized it was him while we're watching the movie.
Yeah, and you never see him without his shades on or anything. So and he's got that real gravelly voice going. So yeah, it's easy not to recognize him.
Yeah. I kind of think he might have been in the movie just a little bit more than the story. I don't think you see him too much in the story, really.
Yeah, I don't think you do. Only kind of
Like he's
beginning and
talked
the end.
about,
Yeah.
but he's not. I mean, he's not in the movie a ton either, but I think
No.
he's in just a slightly more.
And the fact, like, I don't think in the book, it's been a long time since I've read the book, but I don't think he travels with them either.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have him traveling and stopping every once in a while to give
Then
them
giving them like the motivational speech and stuff, which is great because then you see like the kids' reaction. It starts out, everybody's rah, rah, rah. And then as it goes on, they're like, you know what? Screw this guy. Like, he's not a good person. And,
Yeah, and so the end is slightly different. And so I don't want to give anything away, but I do like that because that was part of the theory when they were doing The Walking Dead, was that if you followed the comic book, like you might already know, so they would change stuff. So I kind of like that in a way because I really did. I read the book was fairly fresh in my mind, so I kind of knew, who was going to win and everything.
Yeah.
And so the end is different.
Well, to sum it up though, like to just kind of give everybody like a little backstory. So basically it's in like the future a little bit or a different future. And,
Yeah, it's like a dystopian future, but you don't know when this future is really. So I mean, like it could have been like a dystopian future like in the 50s.
Yeah, you don't really know. And then because they kind of vaguely tell you, there was a war and I guess like we didn't do so great. And then
yeah, and I like that they keep it that way.
Yeah,
it's a timeless story though.
Yep. And so basically the 50 kids that are invited to the long walk, the person that finishes it, that's the last person walking, wins whatever they want. You could ask for, $10 billion or a castle or whatever you want. They'll give it to you.
Yeah, and that's cool because all the kids are, talking to each other about what they would pick, and one of them's like, I want 10 naked ladies.
Yeah, I want an elephant.
Yeah. They talk about like other things that people have chosen in the past.
Yeah, and you don't really even know. It's not like this is the 50th anniversary,
right.
but it's been going on for a while anyway, that much. And so these guys, they have to walk and keep up a 3-mile-an-hour pace and not leave the road. And so if you slow down, they give you a warning. At 4 warnings, they punch your ticket and they shoot you. And so, there's great motivation to keep walking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so when it starts off, like, there are a lot of people trying to break off into friends, but at the same time, it's like, it's kind of like coming of age all in such a short period of time.
Oh, yeah.
Because like at first, like it's all fun and games until the first person gets his ticket. Then it's like, oh, this is reality. Like, people are going to get killed. And then as it goes on, it's like, not only are people going to get killed, they're all going to die but one of us.
Yeah. And then like the closer you get to somebody, it's like, well, geez, like I don't want to see my friend, like,
Yeah, and so like people are helping each other, yeah, it's just really like the themes are a lot, like humanity, like to be friends with people that you're competing against.
Yeah.
And we're all going to die.
But this is like, life or death. It's not just like, I'm not going to win the gold medal. If you do, I'll get the silver. This is like, well, if I don't win, I'm all done.
So the fact that they changed the ending, I'm not going to talk about that. I just, they kept all the themes intact. And I think that's the most important thing. Like when someone changes a movie, I think for a lot of different reasons, you change the novel to fit a feature film because, this was a novella, so you didn't really have to cut too much out. But sometimes a book's like 1,000 pages, and either you've got to make a 10-hour movie, you're gonna have to cut out characters,
right,
or different scenes. Sometimes things don't work really well visually as it does when you're reading it,
right?
Which the end of the book is very nebulous, and that would be hard to film, I think.
Yeah, that was kind of my biggest question going into it. Like, what are they going to do with that? Because, like, I love the book's ending, but it is it isn't really cut cut and dry. It's not, it's a little vaguer. Like you can kind of
Yeah. There's a little bit of that in this one. Like I don't want to get too spoilery, but you still get the it's not left up to interpretation,
Right,
as like
right.
the book is. But what I was getting at, though, I think what the important thing is when you do an adaptation is that you keep like the theme.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, you
And
can
they
change
definitely
different
did in
things,
this.
but
They,
yeah,
they definitely like understood the basic values and like the nuts and bolts of the story, and they kept those. And I got to tell you, like I was so impressed, like, and just everybody's performance was just,
yeah.
there wasn't one person that I'd say like just nailed it in. I think everybody was very believable, and
Yeah, I'm
and
not sure I knew any of the kids from anything else,
no, I don't think I did either.
especially like the two main actors. Well, just three, but like probably about five of the main people.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, when you include like Stebbins and everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just had another King adaptation earlier this year, The Life of Chuck,
Yep.
which
Yep.
I thought was a great movie. That was
Yeah, I
another
haven't
one
seen it yet.
that I thought was really hard to film because it's a fantasy movie. It's told throughout different
Oh
times.
yeah.
They really did a wonderful job on that too. So we've had two great King adaptations this year. I don't think a lot of people saw The Life of Chuck. I would recommend it. Not a horror movie. Is this a horror movie? I consider it, yes. I know some people will argue it's a thriller or whatever the hell they want to say. But The Life of Chuck is definitely not a horror movie.
No,
if you go see that, or if you rent it, or however you get to see it. But I love this movie. I thought I had a great. It's weird to say it a great time because it's not a feel good movie.
No, you're right. It's a pretty bleak flick, but like definitely worth seeing. I can't recommend it highly enough. I just think it was so good. It just blew my expectations, and I thought like I thought it. I was hoping it was going to be good, and it's right up there with my favorites from this year. Like,
Yeah, I agree. It's been a great year for horror movies.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to narrow it down to 13, or at least, or even put them in order. Because I had like honestly a 4 or 5 that I remember when Sinners came out. I was just like, oh well, this is clearly the winner.
yeah,
And I've got like 3 or 4 that I could easily like move around.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Like I'll have to revisit maybe some of them, but yeah, it's not like as cut and dry as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
As far as like my favorite horror flick this year.
I think there used to
Because
be
even what was the one Bring Her Back?
yeah,
That was
that's
just
probably,
such a great movie too.
and then like
And
the
any other
monkey is
year,
really
that might have been
entertaining.
number one. Yeah.
And I don't know if it probably will
Another
be.
King adaptation.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I've never read that one, but I know that's like a
Short
super short
story.
story.
Yeah.
I don't know how close that really is to the source material. But there was a time when like there was like a plethora of King stuff, and like you'd get some gems, but you'd also get a lot of like maybe not even just bad stuff, but like very just mediocre. Like
Oh yeah. Yep. Some of the stuff like what was the one when they were turning into cats and stuff?
yeah, I think that movie's terrible.
Oh, okay. I'd put that in my mediocre category, but yeah. But either way, not a good movie.
Yeah,
Sleepwalkers.
Sleepwalkers. Yeah, it's not. I'm not a big fan.
Yep.
Maybe not. Maybe it's not terrible. I only saw it once, but there was just like stuff that was very just like whatever. And then you get a gem. A lot of the times it would be stuff that wasn't horror, like The Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption.
Stand By Me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And then of course, like I'm a big Shining fan. I know Troy isn't, but I mean I hold that like pretty top notch horror movie. And so I don't know. We've been getting some really good King stuff lately, and I'm glad that they're making, instead of like let's do like the 5th adaptation of Pet Sematary,
Yep.
or let's just do a really nothing remake of Firestarter or something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's
That's
one that's
appealing to nobody.
yeah. What was the point of that? Like, that's actually an adaptation people like.
Yep.
And they didn't do anything. Like, it's just a really nothing movie. I think.
I feel like if they redid like Well, they did redo Carrie, didn't they, a few years?
Yeah, the same way.
Yep.
Like the first one, they pretty much nailed it. So what is the point of doing this? And everyone after that's been just whatever.
Yep.
Fine, I guess. But so they took a story that's not been filmed before, and did a great job. And so I know I know this kind of goes against what I was saying about like doing another version, but the Running Man's coming out. And I actually love Arnold Schwarzenegger's Running Man.
So do I.
But it is probably so far away from the novel's like theme.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe the basic idea is it, but
Yeah.
theme wise, it's like night and day.
Yeah. Even all the characters, like, the guy himself is so unlike,
Oh yeah, it's something like that.
Schwarzenegger that it's just
They
great.
took the basic concept and made like a fun action.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still good. I really like it. I actually love that movie. But that's a movie that does warrant a remake or whatever they're going to call a rematch. It's not even really reimagination. It's just a new version of the actual the actual story, as far as I could.
And we don't even know how close it'll be,
No.
but like from the trailers, it looks like it's way closer.
When I read it, I was like, oh, they really do need to do a new version of this. And I think that's a smart one to go by the book, because if you try to redo the Arnold one, it's just going to fail because it won't be as fun as the Arnold one. You're not going to have an Arnold Schwarzenegger of today.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. So you got to do it different. And to do it different is basically do the version that was written.
Oh yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
And that's
Which
one
is so bleak and like, it's just like, if you think of a story as being like colorful, it's the least colorful story. It is just so downtrodden and just,
Jonathan Jackson's telling us to take a long walk off a short bridge. That's not very nice. That's over on the Facebook. Wherever you're watching, go over to the YouTube and hit the like button. Subscribe, become a member. It starts only at $3 a month. Help support the channel. You can become a producer for $10 a month to get IMDb credit.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the Running Man, though.
Oh, me too.
Some of the ads do make it seem kind of comical, so I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, but I think you need maybe a little bit of because the story is so bleak.
Oh yeah,
depressing. Maybe you do need a little.
It's honest. There's a lot of dark King stuff, I guess, but it is one of the darkest King books.
Oh, it is. It so is. And from beginning to end, it's just
that's like a hopeless movie.
Yeah, it is. It starts off depressing and ends
a hopeless story.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. You're right. Yeah, he's he's doomed. This poor bastard, he's not winning. So yeah.
And then the end of that, when I got to the end of the Running Man, I'm like, you can't film this today.
No, you're right. Yeah, I wonder how they are going to do that, because it would be kind of strange if they do.
You could do something similar, but you have to do it different, or else it's going to be pretty controversial, I think.
Yeah.
It predicted a future event.
About it. Yeah, two of the things from Richard Bachman stories actually came true after.
Yeah, because Rage will not, unless somehow someone got the rights to it without his blessing, if he passed away or whatever. Because it's the only book that he took out of production.
Yeah.
And if people don't know it, it's about a school shooter. But this is back in the 70s before that was a thing. And then when it became a normal occurrence, he took it out of
I don't want to be part of this.
Yeah.
Right.
Jonathan Jackson, why would that jerk say such a thing?
Oh, which jerk? Me? This jerk? That
I
jerk?
think you meant Jonathan Jackson.
Oh, okay. That jerk.
We probably are jerks chewing gum while the show's on. I don't know.
That's true. Someplace they'd make you stick it behind your ear or something.
Very true. All right. So yeah, the Running Man. The Running Man I'm looking forward to, but a long walk is awesome.
So now pretty much all the Bachman stuff except for the Regulators too.
Right, yeah, Regulators, and I've read that they were making a movie about it.
Oh, that would be pretty interesting.
I think it was on Wikipedia. I think they tried to a few times, but they never have, maybe.
It is a weird story, I will say that.
So the Regulators, that's a really weird, the backstory of making it, though. Because he wrote it at the same time he was writing another book. And it's like, even though I don't really see a lot of similarities, he says like they're the same story, but written by Bachman or by King.
Well, yeah, and he uses the same characters, only in different, like,
Yeah.
because
I
what's
never-
the
I
other
never
one?
actually read-
Isolation?
Yeah, no, it's not nice. It's I forget the name, but I've never read it. I've started to read it, but I couldn't get into it. But I need to go back to it sometime.
I think it's a story about like the cop.
That's the Regulators, or maybe the Regulators I never read.
The Regulators about this group that.
Yeah, that's what I never read.
It's even stranger than the other one.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it, but I should go back to it. It might have been who was reading it because people. Okay, so I listen to audiobooks, and this seems like common sense, but if someone's reading the book and like he doesn't catch your, or he or she doesn't catch your like attention, it's hard to keep up with it because you just stop paying attention.
Oh, it's so true. Like what? I think when King has read some of his own stuff, like sometimes it just kind of bores you.
Yeah, it took me forever to get through a Needful Things because it was read by King, and I would just because he does have a pleasant voice and stuff, but so you listen to him, but you don't really pay attention to the story.
Yep.
And so he just I just kind of zone out, so I'd have to keep like going back chapters and going.
Oh yeah.
It took me forever to get through it.
Yep. Yeah, I forget. I think it was one of the old ones. I think I had it on cassette.
So I think you're right. The other one is Isolation about the cop.
Yeah,
That's the one that I read.
Yeah, and then they also made a movie of that one.
Yeah, I never seen it.
Desperation.
Desperate.
I thought it was
Okay.
Isolation. It's Desperation.
There might be one called Isolation.
Yeah, there could be.
I
'Cause
did
that's the one Ron Perlman's in the movie.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Really?
No,
It's good. Like,
all right.
check it out.
So yeah, he wrote those two books at the same time. One is Bach and one is King. So that's insane too.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't think people realize like how prolific he is.
Oh my God. Yeah. When you include short stories and novellas and all that jazz, like, yeah, it's pretty nuts.
And like a lot of people who are considered great novelists, like they have like one book like you love, or maybe like two. Very rare people have more than that.
Oh yeah.
But he's got like easily like a dozen like that people like everyone knows almost household names, and probably like a couple dozen that like are really liked.
Oh yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Maybe more than that.
At least.
Same.
Yep.
And then he puts out like a book almost a year.
Yep. Yeah, during like, his really like crazy times, he'll like just crank them out. And then it's funny because I thought that Joe Hill, his son, would be the same way, because for a while he was just pumping things
Yeah,
out.
nothing like this.
And then he just kind of hit the wall. I think
Yeah.
like he had like 5 or 6 stories that he really wanted to tell. And then after that, it's like, okay, now I'm gonna have to think about what I'm writing about.
Because you can read like these conspiracy theories about Shakespeare, that Shakespeare wasn't really a guy, like it was like a group of people, and they just used all this, like it was like the group name Shakespeare, because and the idea is that no one person could have written so many great plays.
Yep.
And it's like, well, how many Shakespeare? I don't know how many Shakespeare's plays are there. I don't know, but there's like 5 or 6 everyone. Like no.
Oh yeah.
And then you think about it's like, well, this guy's written like all these, so many stories. So it would be like the same idea. I mean, he's probably like the king of his time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah, because when you think, because even the guys that like, would crank through a ton of stories, like Richard Matheson, or like Harlan Ellison probably has the most memorable like short stories, and he wrote like 1,000 of them. But still, some of them were like 5-10 pages. And you're talking about like with King, not only does he do a ton of shorts, but then you've also got these like 900.
Not even, yeah, just not just a
songs.
300 page. Yeah, the stands like, well, I don't know, 1,500 pages.
Yeah.
Something. It's really big.
On Audible, I just picked up the It's other writers doing stories from The Stand,
Oh, really?
which I think it sounds pretty cool. I haven't started listening to it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, it won't be terrible.
Someday there'll be a really good version of The Stand.
Yeah, yeah. You've got to take like parts from the original TV series and parts from the new one, and not all of either one. And then somebody add in the kid, because the kid's my favorite character from the story. The spookiest character. Even
Don't cut out
spookier than
anything of
Randall
of
Flagg.
Trashman. Trashman's
Yes.
like one of the most interesting. And my people can disagree with it. Really focus on the buildup of both the heroes and the villains.
Yep,
Both are equally important and interesting.
agreed.
If you need to cut back on anything, cut back on when they actually start rebuilding the civilization. That's really not important. You
Yeah,
could
we
just
don't
kind
need
of
an
tell
hour
people
of
that's what we're
votes on
doing.
things and
Yeah.
like, all right, we got to get the power grid back on. So here's 100 pages of how we're going to do it. No, not needed.
Yeah, and like
Just tell me you did that.
they're doing
That's
the
fine with
census
me.
and
Yeah.
stuff. And like, no, we don't need any of this
Yep.
stuff. So we don't need that. But the what's really good about the book is really the build of all the characters, because you don't just care about the heroes. I would say you might even care more about the villains and
Some of them, yeah, definitely. Yep.
and Trash Man. I
One
don't
of the great
understand why
characters ever, I think.
the abridged version of the book they cut a lot of them out, and then he's in both the other versions of the story, but like
The
not
new one's terrible. They do him such a disservice. At least in the old one, you get like his backstory
right.
more and stuff.
Actually, the guy who plays him's really good.
Yeah. That guy was Max Headroom and stuff.
But the guy who plays I know Greg Lamberson will disagree, but the guy who plays the walking man, and in The Stand, he is so miscast.
Yeah. Huge upgrade in the newer one. You know, when you have Sexy Skarsgård, like he is Randall Flagg.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the rest of the movie suffers.
Someone here likes the wow. Is that the guy in the first one?
Must be.
Man, I really thought he sucked.
Yeah, he's not my favorite either.
He's like nothing when you're reading the book, he does not embody that character at all.
Yep. Yeah, you can't picture that guy just swooping in and like, just taking control of the situation. Just can't see it.
All right. Well, that's the stand anyway. But so the Long Walk, I recommend it highly.
Go see it. Go see it as soon as you can. I don't know if it's going to have legs. Like, I think it made 12 million over the weekend. Hopefully, it'll stick around for a while. With any luck, a little word of mouth will like get people into it. Like, go see it, because if you go see it, I bet you're going to like it. That's my advice.
I agree. Not a feel-good movie. It's not popcorn movies, people say. I think I don't. I just dislike popcorn movies, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, what is exactly a popcorn?
It's like this supposed to be a movie you just like eat popcorn and don't think about. Like it's just some dumbass movie, I guess. I guess I might like. I don't know.
Well, because even like the big action movies that we have, like, usually have some story and
in my opinion, like the blockbustery movies used to be good movies too, though. Like, Jaws is like the first blockbuster, was an excellent movie. Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, Star Wars. But then you get like stuff with like Transformers and
just a lot of explosions.
Yeah, that's
special effects.
Yeah, dumbass stuff.
Yeah, okay. So I guess I wouldn't dig that either. But maybe I like popcorn too much, so I don't really like.
Yeah, they're all popcorn movie stuff.
Yeah.
You need 2 buckets.
That's true. During the long walk, very depressing, and we ate 2 buckets of popcorn. So it's all.
The one's for 2 guys who ate a bucket. No,
Ooh.
they live near Nantucket.
Sounds like we got a limerick in the making.
Exactly. All right. So we'll be back. I'll be back tonight for In Your Head over on the wrestling page with IYH Wrestling, and then actually it'll be live tomorrow too, Wednesday, for a bonus live show with Rebecca Kennedy of Traumatica, which I love. Traumatica, another movie. Go see that. Traumatica. got a limited release, so it's not playing anywhere out here, unfortunately, but it's playing up in Boston. If you get a chance, go see it. Super dark and deals with a lot of taboo subjects, so it's definitely not going to be for everybody.
Okay. I can't wait to see it too. That one just sounds so interesting.
Dark AF, as the kids would say. So I would so that'll be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, and then Thursday though.
Get your clown
Get your
nose ready.
clown makeup of any kind. You can be a nose, some face paint, whatever. Just as long as you're clownish in some way,
Whatever you got.
or go all out. Clown party. We're going to be posting the link. You can video in, join us, and we want a lot of people coming into the show Thursday. You're going to spin a wheel. The wheel's coming back. You're going to play a game and maybe win a prize.
Ooh, games, prizes, dress up, enjoy, have fun, laugh at us being clowns.
Yeah. So it's our first attempt at this. So hopefully it goes well. I think it will. It'll be fun.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a blast.
Yeah. So we have a full lineup of folks. It's me, the terrible one, cousin AJ, Tara, whose idea this really was, Kelsey, also known as Mischief, Morgan Milam, and Victoria Page. So it'll be cool. Then a bunch of people will be videoing in, hopefully. Don't be a bum, Jonathan Jackson. Get some clown makeup. I know you can do it.
We'll have more clowns than you can fit into a clown car.
Exactly.
That's what I'm thinking.
Exactly. All right. Until next time, this is Nestle you.
This is terrible, Troy.
This is Without
Your
Head.